Good morning, viewers. I hope you're all doing well this morning. I just spent the past 45 minutes looking for an open parking lot, but it turns out on a weekday at 10:20, they're predominantly full, whether it's shopping or work. So we're here, and this is a road actually leading to a brick factory, and that means we'll have a lot of trucks running through this footage, and so there may be some funny cuts. But today we are celebrating 2 years with Sophia, and this last year has been a rocky one. I have spent thousands of dollars on her in maintenance and miscellaneous mods. In fact, it's so much money I'm not proud enough to say it on camera, just in case my family finds this video. But today I will talk to you about everything I have purchased for this car, whether it be maintenance or modification related. So today is April 10th, and 2 years ago I bought this car that was severely overpriced. I did my own negotiation. If you want to hear more about that, I did a video about it. It's actually my first video on this channel. So today we're going to talk about what we bought between April 2016 and April 2017. So we started the month with some tools for the camshaft sensor, because that went out. That was rather scary because I remember coming into my driveway and braking, and then I lost power steering and power as I was coming downhill towards a wall, and I missed it by about half a foot. So I had to buy a special tool to fit the clearance to get the sensor out without removing a bunch of other things. I also bought the transmission filter and gasket and some fluid for it. That job was scary because I almost stripped a bolt, which you'll see right now. Then there was the steering wheel wrap, obviously very famous steering wheel because I talked so much about it. I talked about it a lot before YouTube. Then I bought the new front differential bushings and some miscellaneous screws and nuts. And I bought a new center console that has all the clips. The original one wasn't clipping in the upper right hand corner, and the fact that it moved really messed me up. Then I also had to buy an SRS module to support the round airbag because this came with a triangle airbag. That was $35. Then, as you guys remember, I bought LED taillights, and then I also bought the orange tint that went over them, which has recently been removed if you've seen my Instagram page. Then we bought some LED backup lights, which actually made backing up even harder because the lighting is less spread out, so I can't really see the ground when I back up, which is what I've learned. Then I bought some paint supplies, $15 to repaint the center console, which as you see doesn't match. Then we did a subframe reinforcement. The subframe reinforcement was kind of a rush job due to availability my friend had in his shop. We had to bite our upper lip and spend $82 on the reinforcement glue at O'Reilly's. Then we paid $75 to have the bushing tool overnighted to us. Then we also did the lower control arm bushings, which were $67. Then we also bought the facelifted radio so I could see the time and we could support an auxiliary cord. And then I didn't do the transmission fill until around July, because that's when I bought the new fill plug that I stripped for $11. I also bought the reinforcement kit. The horn fell off my car, so we had to buy another used horn, and we bought a steering emblem for when we repainted the steering wheel, which in total was $47. We registered and smogged her, which costed $176, which is typical use you'll have to pay on any vehicle. We paid $20 for the modern antenna design to work with the new radio, some pry tools, the adapters to work with the new antenna. We found out that the oil level sensor wasn't working because the oil light came on every time you turned it on and stayed on for 10 seconds and then went away. And then after we installed those bushings that I bought a long time ago, then we had that major steering wobble issue that caused me to rebuild the entire front suspension. So we bought 4 tires, we bought Style 68 rims, all of them were bent, so we did a lot of alignments, a new light leveler because that broke when I was doing the control arms because I forgot to unhook it. The control arms themselves, we bought a new fuel cabin and air filter to refresh all the filters. We also bought headlights to put in new headlight trim. We were able to sell those for more than what we bought them for, so we made $190 off that. We made $193 on selling the old wheels and tires after factoring in gas. We got fender linings for my birthday to make sure we could protect the horns, which kept getting drowned in stuff. We bought the Bayesian seals and anti-rattle kit, which I still haven't put in the car. We bought new rear end links, which are only half on right now. We bought a full-on new suspension. As you see, she's lowered on iBag Pro Kit springs and Koni FSDs. We bought those used from a fellow member, So thanks to you, man. We brought a new speed sensor because I broke that putting in the suspension at 2 a.m. in the morning, trying to use a jack to spread the arm to pull out the spring. I did it on top of the speed sensor and broke it. And of course, it was the one that controls the speedo. We finally fixed the oil leak by buying a new Vanos line and a new oil filter housing gasket. If you don't recall, because I probably didn't make a video on it, I over-tightened the crush washer on the Vanos line, which meant that when I drove, I only had to go block before I lost a quart of oil. A little bit of footage of that now. We fixed another bent rim at $125. We bought a cool ass strut bar from another member. We sold our old suspension for only $150 less than we bought the new suspension for. We got a new steering rack, hoping that would fix things. It didn't, but it is much tighter. Then we paid for our front big brake kit, which is basically the 330 upgrade, which I absolutely love, and it pretty much did fix my wobble. Did we ever find out what happened with the old brakes?
Dreams do come true.
No. And why they were causing a wobble? Nope. We measured them to the nearest thousandth of an inch and couldn't find anything out of tolerances, unfortunately. And then we bought some M3 seats. And that's pretty much it for this last year.
All right, guys, so that concludes everything well, more or less everything I've spent on this car in the past year. And it's kind of a lot. But instead of freaking out about how much it costs this year, we're gonna try to make her cost as little as we can next year. So our challenge is for 1 year from this date to only spend $500 on her. So it's the BMW $500 challenge. So that means to only spend $500 on the car, excluding gas, excluding insurance, and excluding registration, because those are kind of things all cars need and would make it kind of hard to just do fuel ups alone on $500. So part of this challenge is that I can use parts that I've already purchased. I've already purchased some parts for a push button start project, and I've already purchased an LCM for a light project I'm working on. And if I need to, I can sell those parts to offset the cost. But aside from that, we're going to try to make Sophia only $500. If I succeed in the $500 challenge, we will put more power in the car, a lot more. And it'll be California emission legal as well. If we can't, then I will give a $150 giveaway to you guys. So that gives me some incentive to try to stay under 500 with the girl. Of course, that does not include gifts or any presents we get that are car parts. So you guys don't forget, I have an LCM. I have parts to everything I need to do the push button system, and I also bought a new lower wishbone in the back because I clipped the curb and I mildly bent mine. So that's it. That's everything. It's a long list, I know. Another thing we're also going to try to do is an Instagram challenge. I'm going to try to put a new car photo up every single day. I'll put my Instagram on the screen right now, so go ahead and follow it. I'll put a new car photo on every single day for at least a month. I'll try to do more than a month, but bear with me. We got a lot of cool things in the pipeline. I'll see you guys next time. Thank you so much for watching. Make sure to leave a like if you like it, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Take care.